Can I just be shot? I choose the death penalty. So, hi, I know you guys saw the title. I don't really know where to start. To be honest, I've just been sitting here for like 15 minutes because I don't know in what direction I want to go, but I guess there's only one direction that we're going today. I'm struggling with alcohol, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you some very raw and real clips of me struggling with alcohol. I think in filming this video, the idea behind it here is to help keep me accountable, and it's also to help other people that might be struggling with alcohol as well. And I just want to be honest because I feel like the past few videos, the past couple of months, I haven't been honest about my struggles because maybe I haven't really been honest with myself, but I have been struggling with drinking for the past 2 months. And I'm very happy to say that today, when I'm filming this video, I have 1 week alcohol free. But I want to start at the beginning. So throughout my 10 years in recovery, I've had a couple of drinks here or there every 6 months at dinner or something. I never bought liquor and brought liquor into my house. But 2 months ago, something happened and I was using alcohol as a coping mechanism without even realizing it. And again, this started with me having a couple of drinks at dinner, and then the next day having liquor in the house and drinking, and progressively I started drinking more and more and more. Now I will say that this has nothing to do with why I'm not getting married, has nothing to do with the wedding. I know people are gonna ask like, oh, is this why you postponed your wedding? No, it's not. And my battle and struggle with alcohol with the past couple of months has nothing to do with the wedding, even though that was really stressful. But 2 months ago when I started drinking more and more, it was, at dinner, I would get pretty drunk at dinner and go home and go to bed. And the next day I'd want to go out to dinner and maybe have a couple of drinks, and just progressively it got pretty bad. So at first it wasn't an everyday thing. At first it was like, oh, dinner a couple of times a week where I get pretty drunk and then I go home and go to bed. Then it was, oh, buy some liquor, some Tito's, keep it in the freezer, drink, when by a friend's over, or just drink, a few nights a week. And just progressively, it got worse and worse. So I want to say roughly for like 30 days or more, like 35 days, I was drinking every single day. And at the beginning of those 30 days, I would drink when the kids went to bed at like 8:30. And that was cool for a week or so. And then I would drink at 6 p.m. because, oh, they're going to bed soon. So I would start drinking at 6. Then that was cool for a few days. And then the weekend would be here and it'd be Saturday and I don't have to drive anywhere. So I would drink at noon. And just progressively it was worse and worse. And then I started to have anxiety about drinking. Like, oh, can I drink yet? Is noon too early? Do I have to wait till 6 p.m. or 8 p.m.? Like, when can I drink? And I was really having a lot of anxiety with just wanting to drink. And I recognized that. I knew that something had to change. I knew that it couldn't continue this way. And there were, several nights where I was very upset and very angry over a situation that happened a couple of months ago. And I was frustrated and lashing out with the people that were around me. I even broke my knuckle. So I'll show you guys. This is my regular knuckle. This is my swollen knuckle. So it's broken. This one. I know it's kind of hard to tell because of the tattoos. It hurts when I bend it because I got mad and I punched the wall. I've not punched a wall since I was in my active addiction from hard drugs. So the fact that it got that bad was part of my wake-up call. So one morning I woke up and I felt like shit and my knuckle was broken and I just was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is not you. This is not you. I filmed a couple of minutes on day one of deciding that I was done with alcohol. So I'm gonna show that to you guys now. So I punched the wall last night. It's just like so embarrassing. It's just so embarrassing to film this, but I punched the wall. I woke up this morning thinking, what the fuck are you doing? I know people always say like, oh, alcohol is just so socially acceptable, but it's really fucking true. It's really true, because a drink at dinner, I was fine with having a drink at dinner sometimes, you know, in my 10 years of recovery, and I was completely fine. But this past like 2 months, I've really struggled. A month and a half. I know I drank every day for like 30 days. Just done. You know when you know that you're done. And I think for a long time I just didn't want to like say anything or record myself or let you guys know that I'm struggling, because I'm like the recovery girl. I'm like the stay safe and stay sober girl, you know? And like, I don't want to let anyone down. I really don't want to let anybody down, but I'm a human too, you know? Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I let you guys down. I have to take a shower and go to the dentist to get my Invisalign trays changed out. Day one. I think I'm just gonna turn on the camera every time I feel uncomfortable or sad or upset. Broken nail. Yeah. Did I mention it's day one? Oh my God. I've been trying to turn on the camera in my most vulnerable moments, or when I'm struggling. I even filmed drinking because I knew that like, I need to stop this and maybe this will help keep me accountable, which is crazy that I had the presence of mind to do that. So I have never smoked weed, which is my medicine, and then filmed a video. Same was true with alcohol. I never turn on a camera. I wouldn't want anyone to take pictures of me drinking or post them or, you know, do anything like that. Or if I would take a selfie at dinner, I would move drinks out of the way so that no one saw that I was drinking. And I think the reason being in that is just because I didn't want people to write nasty comments, or I didn't want people to think, oh, well, I have X amount of years in recovery from meth or heroin like I do, and then think that they could drink, but also that's not my responsibility. Essentially, I hid the fact that I drank occasionally at dinner or whatever. But 2 months ago was really when I noticed that I was drinking more and more and more. And like I said, the past like 35 days, I drank every single day. And then I just woke up and I was done. I was just so tired and so drained, and I just didn't have it in me, and I didn't want to drink anymore. I kind of want to talk about my recovery because I think that's a really huge component here. I have 10 years in recovery from heroin, meth, and pills. I don't think that having a rough couple of months takes that away. And I know a lot of people want to put addicts in this box, right? They want to say like, oh, if you had a drink, you messed up your 10 years of recovery. Like, no, that 10 years does not go away. I don't lose that time. That 10 years means something. That 10 years is something that no one can ever take away from me. And just because I struggled for a couple of months with alcohol, which was not my DOC, that doesn't mean that I lost those 10 years. So I have had issues with alcohol. It was the first substance I ever took that I really loved. However, I was drinking a lot in my active addiction because I wanted something else. So I've never really, truly, single-handedly struggled with just alcohol until now. I think a lot of people can be in recovery from pills or meth or heroin and drink on occasion and they're completely fine. I could do that for a really long time and I was totally fine with it. But in some cases it's progressive and unhealthy, and it gets to a point where it gets really bad and toxic, and then you are struggling with alcohol. We're all different is what I'm trying to say in that. And what is crazy for me is that cannabis is my doctor prescribed medication for my PTSD, insomnia, and depression. For whatever reason, when I'm really struggling with my mental health and I'm really depressed, I won't smoke, and then I won't feel better. And while I was struggling with alcohol, I wouldn't smoke. And I know that if I just smoke or take an edible, I know I'm not going to want to drink. For me, cannabis cures everything. Alcoholism, depression, COVID, makes food tastes better. The COVID thing might sound strange, but stress weakens our immune system. So when we have something that makes us not stressed, our immune system can strengthen. There's actually been studies on cannabis and COVID, but that, again, that's not what this video is about. For whatever reason, when I am struggling with my depression, I have a really hard time taking my medicine. And I have a really hard time doing the things that I know that are gonna make me feel better. Like eating right, drinking water, going to the gym, taking care of my body, telling people that I'm struggling, smoking a joint, all of those things. Instead, what I do is I scroll through shitty comments on the internet and like I just make my depression worse. I don't know why I do that, but I am going to, from this moment on, actively try to smoke and be healthier. I got a gym membership and tomorrow is going to be my first day in the gym. Don't like the gym, but I know that it's going to make me feel physically better and mentally better. I do just want to backtrack just a little bit and say that I refrain from smoking in the morning because I film videos throughout the day and I didn't want people to be like, oh, she's so stoned. And I didn't want to trigger people or upset people, but I just have to accept that that's my medicine and my mental health, and how my doctors and I choose to treat that is my journey, and I can't constantly be worried about upsetting someone on the internet or triggering someone on the internet or what have you. So I just have to come to this realization, like, that's my medicine and this is my job, and it's okay. It's okay if I look a little stony or I'm laughing a little bit, but I've never in 3.5 years filmed a single video after I smoked weed because I didn't want people to, like I said, be triggered. But I just have to let that go because that's not my responsibility. I want to throw in here that I've been using an app called Sober Buddy, and what's incredible about this company is they actually reached out to me like in the middle of my struggle to partner with me, and I feel like it was just the universe giving me this huge sign. So Sober Buddy is an app on my phone, and they give me motivational tips and they give me little challenges to do throughout the day, and it's just so cute and encouraging. Something as small as buying a cup of coffee for someone else really was able to help me get out of this negative headspace. So I do work with them, I am partnered with them. They do pay me to talk about that app, but if you've been following me for some time, you know that I will never work with a company that I don't absolutely love and believe in. So I will leave Sober Buddy's link to that app in the description box of this video. But I think it's just so crazy that the universe sent me this company and sent me this app just when I needed it. And I do believe in like little acts of service helping you get out of a funk or get out of a negative space. Like volunteering and helping people, doing little acts of kindness throughout the day for someone else, that really helps you. It's just it's so crazy how that works, that helping someone else helps you. As nervous as I am to put this video on the internet, I know that it's what's best for me. I know it's gonna help keep me accountable. I'm going to continue to vlog my journey with alcohol, and right now I have 7 days with no alcohol, and I'm not going to put tons of pressure on myself and focus on just not drinking. I'm just gonna focus on being healthy, eating right, working out, taking care of my body, and taking my medicine. That is my focus. If I have a drink, I'm not going to beat myself up or say, oh, you lost those 7 days. I wasn't as healthy as I could have been today, and then I'm going to move on from that. I think a lot of time people in recovery, if they do have a slip, they really beat themselves up over it. There is so much guilt and shame surrounding addiction as well. So if you're struggling with alcohol and you have 7 days without alcohol or 1 day without alcohol, and then you choose to have a drink, but the next day you don't, I think that's a win. And I don't think that you should beat yourself up or put so much pressure on yourself. Like I said, I didn't lose those 10 years. That time is still mine. My DOC was heroin, meth, and pills intravenously. I didn't lose that time. It's just right now I'm struggling with alcohol, and right now I am choosing every day to be as healthy as I can, and I don't expect that to be a pathway of perfection. I just want it to be a pathway of progress, and I really hope that this journey can help someone out there feel less alone with it, which is the entire point of this channel. And so many of you out there have given me a voice and confidence and courage to share these things, because these are not easy videos to film. I have filmed a lot of videos about my addiction, and if you want to see those videos, I will leave a playlist on the card up here. I'm going to continue to vlog my journey and my struggle with alcohol for you guys, and I have some other videos coming up that has absolutely nothing to do with this, but I wanted to get this one out here and then move on and focus on other videos and then circle back with an update when I feel ready and comfortable to do so. But I'm gonna end today's video here. As always, I love you guys. Stay safe, stay in recovery. Don't beat yourself up for not being perfect. You're a human being, it's okay. And I will see you guys in my next one.